What happened in the Carroll County Courthouse in 1912 has been talked about for generations. 57 shots fired in about 90 seconds.
What happened after the shootout, in my mind, is just as interesting, if not more interesting.
After the shooting, you know, the community came in here and with pocket knives and whatever and picked all the bullets out of the walls and kept them for souvenirs.
And people have been collecting souvenirs and artifacts from the shooting ever since.
Well, Mr. Harmon, he's the founder. You know, he's the man that put it all together.
Just outside of Hillsville, in the community of Woodlawn, you'll find a museum that houses a collection that represents one man's lifelong love of local history.
He'd been collecting all of his life pretty much, you know, probably 60 years of his life anyway.
Nowhere else will you find as many things associated with the courthouse tragedy.
True artifacts.
Yes.
A lot of history.
Gooch Harmon passed away in 2010, but before he did, he shared his knowledge with longtime employee Steve Cockrum.
Mr. Harmon taught me pretty much all my local history.
For anyone interested in the courthouse shootout, this place is a must visit.
Newspaper articles, great pictures, the Allens, just great local history.
All kinds of things from that day over 100 years ago.
You've got Floyd Allen's saddlebags, Wesley Edwards' hat.
And a suit juror Augustus Fowler was wearing when he was shot and killed.
Mr. Harmon was a great collector.
This is the pardon of Sidney Allen.
In the state of old Virginia, in the year 1912, was the famous Allen gangsters we all remember well.
The story of the Allens and the events during and after the tragedy became a part of popular culture.
The first recording of that was in 1924 by a guy named Henry Whitter.
Historian Kenny Rohr says there were numerous songs written and recorded in an effort to capitalize on the notorious shootout.
Many of those old ballads, they had a formula. Everything starts off bright and sunny, and then the tragedy occurs, and then at the end, there's a moral: you need to do right.
But there were more than just records sold. When Claude Allen was executed for his part in what happened, people were selling these poems.
It's called a memorial, Claude Swanson Allen. Yeah, the closing line is, his sweetheart must have been sad-hearted when she saw him lying cold. She knelt down on her knees beside him and prayed that God would save his soul. What a powerful piece.
Even one of the key characters in all of this, Sidney Allen, saw an opportunity in his story after being released from prison.
This is an original printing, first printing, of the memoirs of J. Sidney Allen, a true narrative of what really happened at Hillsville.
Kenny Rohr has a special connection to all this. You see, his grandmother grew up near the Allens and knew them well.
She would have been, I think, 9 or 10 years old at the time of the shootout.
He says his grandmother was even at the Allens' home when they got the call that Floyd and Claude had been executed.
There's a picture of the people lined up going in the house for the viewing, and there's some children among the people. And I look at that picture sometime and I think, I wonder if one of those is my grandmother.
Pictures and artifacts continue to conjure up memories and feelings of what happened here so many years ago.
And she said the whole thing in Hillsville was all about politics. She said that the Allens were all hard-shell Democrats, and the courthouse ring were all Republicans. It was an election year, 1912, and of course tempers were already flaring, and I can understand very readily how people could get in a fight over politics, then and now. And the result was, you know, the shootout in the courthouse.
But now, you know, there's two sides to every story.
You can see that there's still a lot of interest in what happened here over a century ago, probably because there's still a lot of unanswered questions, some that may never get answered. And that is why the story will continue. In Hillsville, Virginia, Chad Tucker, Fox 8 News.